Hello everybody, watch this video to find out how to recover data from a non-operational UTM virtual machine on macOS, how to create and configure a virtual machine, what to do if it's damaged or won't start, and how to restore its operability. UTM is a free and open-source emulator and virtualization tool for macOS, which is based on QEMU. It allows users to run various Windows and Linux operating systems inside macOS. UTM doesn't require any drivers to be installed. It works in the user's environment and supports both Intel and Apple Silicon CPUs. Thanks to a most convenient interface, even novice users can create a virtual machine without effort. Within a few minutes, we'll explore how to create and configure a Windows virtual machine. Why data can be lost. For starters, let's explore why access to virtual machine data could ever be lost. The first thing that may occur is accidental removal of your files. Most of the time, it happens when a file is accidentally sent to the recycle bin, or when the recycle bin is emptied in the virtual operating system. Another cause of data loss is when the virtual disk gets damaged or deleted. A virtual hard disk of the UTM hypervisor is a file with the extension .utm or .qco2. When the file is damaged, the virtual machine will not boot. One more thing to cause trouble is various failures when installing apps, drivers, or updates. In its turn, such situation may corrupt the data structure. An unexpected shutdown of the virtual machine can also affect your data. For example, if your macOS freezes, you choose to restart the computer, and this is why the virtual disk may be overwritten with some errors. Finally, system failures inside UTM itself or macOS internal issues might also cause a bit of trouble. After you have identified the root of the problem, you can select an appropriate recovery method. Searching for a virtual disk file. Before we get down to recovery, let's check the location of the virtual disk file. What if it was deleted by mistake? By default, UTM virtual machines are stored in the Documents folder. If the default path was modified during initial setup, go to the previously specified folder. You can see it in the virtual machine settings. Search the folder for a file with the extension .utm. This file is the container for the whole virtual machine. Right-click on it and select Show Package Contents. Inside it, you should see a file with the extension .qco2, which is the actual virtual disk file. It is from that file that we are going to retrieve the important files stored on your virtual machine. How to retrieve files from a non-operational UTM virtual machine. If your virtual machine won't boot, a special data recovery tool called Hetman Partition Recovery will help you retrieve important files. This utility supports all popular file systems as well as most hypervisor apps, including the virtualization solution by UTM. Go to its website, hetmanrecovery.com, and download the tool. Choose the version for macOS. Now install it, just like any other app, and drag the shortcut to the folder containing your programs. The utility needs full access to hard disks to work properly. Do it by opening the settings and granting the utility with full access to disk. Start the utility. Remember to type the administrator password. As a result, you'll see a list of all connected drives. However, to retrieve files from the virtual disk, you need to mount it in the recovery tool. To do it, click on Tools, Mount Disk. From the list, select Virtual Machine Files with the extension .qco2. And then give the path to the virtual disk image. And earlier in this video, we have already found its storage directory. When the full path to such folder is ready, click OK. The disk will appear in the main window. To scan the disk, right-click on it and choose Open. Then select the scan type, Fast Scan or Full Analysis. To begin with, we recommend running a fast scan first. It will take less time and help you find the files in most scenarios involving data loss. If the fast scan can't find the required files, then go for full analysis. A full analysis will take longer since it makes use of a more complicated search algorithm. To run it, go back to the main menu, right-click on the disk, Analyze again, Full Analysis, select the file system, Next. When the scan is over, open the folder where the lost files used to be. For your convenience, there's a preview feature to see the file contents. Select the files you need, click Recovery, give the path to save the files, and click Recovery again. As a result, you will find the recovered files in the folder you have chosen. This way, even if the virtual machine is damaged and it won't boot, you'll be able to retrieve its data directly. How to restore QEMU virtual disk files. Also, you can use Hetman partition recovery to restore accidentally deleted QEMU virtual disk files. If the virtual disk files were stored on a removable disk and you accidentally deleted them or erased the disk, this recovery tool can retrieve them easily, thus restoring the operationality of the virtual machine. Scan the removable disk, right-click on it, open, and choose the scan type. Find the virtual disk file and recover it. Select the necessary items, recovery, and select the folder to save the files to. After recovery, you'll be able to restore operationality of your virtual machine by placing the virtual disk file to its original location or using it to replace the damaged virtual machine. Configuring a new UTM virtual machine. Before you move on to the next recovery method, you need to understand how to create and configure a new virtual machine in UTM. For starters, let's install UTM. Visit its official website and download the app. After that, install it just like any other program. Then open UTM and click here to create a new virtual machine. Select virtualization type. When choosing the operating system, go for Windows or Linux if necessary. When configuring the disk, choose Boot ISO image and select the previously saved QEMU file. Assign a certain amount of RAM, for example, 4 or 8 GB, depending on your computer's hardware. Make sure that you have enabled support for USB, network, and other components. Hit Save. Now you can start the virtual machine. If the hard disk won't boot, don't worry, you'll be able to retrieve its information with a good data recovery tool. How to recover files with Time Machine. If you back up your virtual machine regularly with Time Machine, you'll be able to recover accidentally deleted files and restore operationality of the virtual machine within a few minutes. Open Time Machine and go to the folder where your virtual machine used to be stored. Now select a backup with the date when your virtual disk files still existed, and click Restore. After this operation is over, the virtual machine should start working just like before. If the virtual machine won't run, try connecting it manually. I've already shown how to do it. How to avoid data loss in the future. To make sure such situations won't happen again, here is some advice to help you avoid data loss. First of all, back up your virtual machines on a regular basis. Just copy the .utm file to a cloud storage or an external drive. Second, do not force the virtual machine to shut down. Always shut down the guest operating system first and then power off the UTM, so you can avoid damaging the operating system or the virtual disk. Third, you shouldn't store very important files only inside the virtual machine. Use synchronization with macOS or cloud services. Summing up, we have explored several ways of restoring access to the files of a non-operational QEMU-based UTM virtual machine. To avoid similar issues in the future, remember to back up important data to an external drive or a cloud storage. Also, it's not worth running a virtual machine after a loss of data occurs, and avoid copying large files to the machine so that the deleted data will not be overwritten. That is all for now. I hope this video helps you fix the problem. Remember to click the like button and subscribe to our channel. Leave your comments under the video. Thank you for watching, and good luck!